Ecamm fam, what's going on, everybody? My name is Alicia Wade, and welcome back to another episode of Demo Mode Pros. In this episode, we're gonna show you how to get prepared out here in these Ecamm streets. You just can't go live streaming or pre-recording some content and you're not prepared. As amazing as Ecamm is, you still have to put a little effort into it, right? So this is called the run of show, and we have an expert today that's gonna show you exactly how to get your run of show A1. Her name is Jill, and she does this literally for a living. So make sure you get your pen, your pad, go back, rewind, stop, pause, watch this video over and over until you get your run of show tip top. You ready? Jill, it's on you. Let's go. Ecamm fam, let's take it to live demo mode.
Hey everyone, Jillian here. I'm so thrilled to be a part of Demo Mode Pros Season 2 with Ecamm and Ecamm fam. Amazing. In this video, I'm going to be going over the run of show and everything that might help get you started or improve your current live streams or even your live to tape videos. Typically for tutorials like this, I would be starting from scratch. I would show you how to build scenes and everything like that. But for the sake of time, I've created kind of a simple template because what we're focusing on is the run of show, whether that just be you in your own stream or maybe you have guests either joining you virtually or in person like I do. So no matter what, these templates should apply. So let's jump over to live demo mode, which is such an awesome feature as well. Here we go. All right, so here we are in live demo mode. This show is going to be me, the host, and having two guests. And so here are all the different scenes that I consistently reuse. I might not use them in every single show, but I always have them there so that I can go to them seamlessly if I need to. So if you do any type of live streaming, you know that when you hit that go live button, especially on your cell phone, you kind of never know when you're actually live. It's like, you're like, am I live? Okay. Oh, I'm live. So to avoid that, I always recommend starting your show off with either a pre-recorded video, maybe something on brand, welcoming everybody, giving them a recap of last week or whatever. Or you can do a countdown. So you could have a video like this with a little semi-transparent overlay with a countdown. There's some really great content creators here in the Ecamm family that do this. But I like to kick mine off with an intro video. So when I click on this scene, okay, so here's my folder of the stream. When I click on this scene, my microphone will be muted and just the video will play. And then I have that video set to go to the next scene when that video's done. So let me just show it to you real quick. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I'm just going to give you a peek. All right, so that little countdown goes on and then it's counting you in and we're live, and then it will go to whatever I want my first scene to be. So since I'm the host of this show, hi, how are you? How's it going? I would have me be the first thing that they see after a video of me. Why not? So humble. Anyways, so here's this first scene and it's me, and I would leave space for my branding here. I'd put maybe my logo here. I could put my name here. But in terms of like keeping things general, I've got my space for my branding, and then I also have a space for comments. Now, this is just a personal preference for me. I also like to reuse my content on different social media platforms. So I'm always worried about where the comments are going to show up. I don't want them to be on my face or on my guest's face, especially if I'm going to take something that's a wide video and then turn it into a portrait video, maybe on TikTok or whatnot. I don't want to have comments that go across the middle that then mess that up. So anyways, that's just a little tip to keep in mind. So after I have my intro video, I have me, then maybe I'm going to introduce my guest. Also, I could plug in a little commercial right there if I wanted to. But for me, I have another scene set up. Again, this is all done in Ecamm. I'm not using any extra editing software or anything like that. I just have this orange background. I have two camera overlays and there's a border. And these are all the same size by simply going Option and holding and moving it over. How cool is that? So easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, so then I have another scene reserved for just me and this first guest. I also want to be mindful and make sure that I have the opportunity for just my guest to be full screen. If they're going on about something that I've asked them about or that they're really passionate about, I want to make sure that the attention is fully on them. Plus, it gives me a little break too. So here's a scene for just then. Now, I'm just pointing out my sound levels down here. You're going to want to make sure that you have your guests' microphones and sound all set. Do not neglect a sound check. So just make sure that if in this scene If there was another person here joined, you would see another interview button here. You would want that other guest muted. So always double, triple check your audio levels. And if you don't want yourself in this scene at all, maybe you're having a microphone issue, you can always mute yourself. All right, so then we would maybe go back to just me. You'll also notice I have these hotkeys set up. Again, if you don't have a Stream Deck or something like that to trigger scene changes, you can always set these up in Ecamm. It's so easy. So I know anytime I hit Apple 1, it's going to go back to just me, number 1. All right, so if I go to these other ones, I'm going to go to that. If no matter where I'm at, let's say that I'm in this scene and something's going wrong, I can just hit Apple 1 and this is my safety shot. Okay, so then I would also want to make sure I have just me, just my guest, me and my first guest. Then I'm going to have the same thing for my second guest. So again, I don't have to like click around and try to make scenes up on the fly. It's all right there. Finally, you're going to want to have a scene with all the people that you might have on camera and on microphone. You're going to have a scene where you can see and hear all of them. All right, now that's basically just setting up interviewing and stuff like that. But what I think is really great and dynamic is when you do a screen share. So I do a monthly podcast with an economic development corporation. And every time we have guests on, we have PDFs we want to share. We want to show their websites. We want to show video clips. So make sure that you have scenes prepared for that. Some of these things you can do on the fly utilizing preview mode. There's amazing tutorials. I have done these scenes on the fly using preview mode. No one would know it, but don't do that unless you really have to, because it is stressful. So if you want to show a picture, maybe you would have one of your guests. Here's a picture of Jack bien so handsome and charming. Love him so much. Have some space there for any type of branding that you want. So, you've got some flexibility. Maybe you can swap these out with, or have more people looking at a picture. I set up another one over here. I don't suspect to use this, but maybe I will. So it's in my might use, don't delete file. Anyways, going back to showing a picture, there's some different options here. One thing that you're always going to want to do when you're prepping your guests to be on the live stream, and this is kind of outside of setting up your scenes, but it still bears sharing. English major. Ask your guests what they would like to show in the stream. So if you're having a guest on, say, hey, are there any pictures? Are there any Instagram highlights? Are there any videos you'd like me to integrate? We can do that through the power of Ecamm. It is super duper easy. Just let me know, send over to me what you want to share. So set those scenes up for your clients or for your guests, because they'll feel so special when you do. Also, screen sharing looks so wonderful in Ecamm. So I've set up a solo screen sharing. Guys, I wear the same outfit. I should say the same thing. That's fine. You're welcome for that. So here's my website. So I could say, hey guys, I want to talk about my website, blah, 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 blah. Nice little plug there, huh, Alicia? Huh? You see how I work that in? Then you could also have your guests talking about maybe their website, whatever. Have a few people on screen at the same time. Either way, it's just so important. I'm going to go back to my Apple one, my main screen here. So important to think of who might we need on the screen. Now, you might not use it, but when you want it and it's not there, it's super frustrating. So it's better to have more scenes. All right, so you've got all the different camera options, people combinations, screen share options, and everything like that. And you're ready to kind of wrap up your show. Maybe you've integrated some commercials in between there, whatever works for you. But when you're ready to wrap up your show, I like to do two things. I like to have one scene, I call it pre-close, and it's me and my guests. So we just, I thank everyone for being there, almost like a Zoom call. Hey guys, let's all wave bye. Thank you so much for being here. And then I also like to have a scene, because it's me and I'm extra, where it's just me, and I kind of leave space down here for the call to action. So if I might say, all right, so don't forget to join us next time where we'll be having so-and-so on the show, whatever. Even with sporting events, like I like to have, before I end the stream, I like to say, thanks so much. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, or whatever. So whatever your call to action is, I think it's nice to have that kind of personal touch before you leave. And then finally, you have a closer. Now let me click over here. I believe if I set things up correctly, my microphone will go mute. All right, and for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to turn my microphone back on. But yeah, a lot of people do these closers where they have everybody on screen at the same time. as you can see, I've got a semi-transparent background over on top. I just made this right in Ecamm. And then as people are commenting, you can throw the comments anywhere here. I have a pretty short audio, and then whenever I'm ready to end, I hit finish and then finish again, and that's it. All right, I hope this is helpful. Talk to you guys soon. Go Ecamm fam.
That was amazing. You see, a little preparation goes a long way out here in these Ecamm streets. Make sure you take the time to get your runner show right, and everything will just be smooth as butter from there. If you have any questions, make sure you leave those questions in the comments. We'll answer all the questions. Make sure you smash that like button. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel here on YouTube. And don't forget to go join the Facebook community. Ecamm Facebook community is amazing. Trust me. Until then, my name is Alicia Way, and thank you for watching Demo Mode Pros.